This is Lemmy with RevZilla TV, here to talk to you today about the Arlen Ness series of floorboards, foot pegs, and controls for Harley. You should be considering Arlen Ness's items for your bike strictly for beauty. These things are great performing pieces, however, they're showstoppers. These are the things that are going to get people to stop and look at your bike and ask you where you got that nifty set of foot pegs, or hey, who makes those floorboards? There's something for just about every Harley on the road. Arlen Ness makes at least something for every bike. You'll notice foot pegs will fit a wide variety of things. However, some bikes, like say a touring bike, will have a few more pieces that will really sort of integrate well with your bike and give it kind of a theme. Installation is not hard on most of this stuff. You're looking at 1 to 2 beards on our 3-beard level of difficulty scale. Anybody should be able to get most of this stuff on their bike with a minimum of muss and fuss. Before I get into telling you why these things are awesome, why you need a set for your bike and running off to the races, let me just fill you in on exactly what we're looking at. Arlen Ness has a lot of families because there's a lot of different designs. People like different things. However, the nomenclature can get a little bit confusing. So let's just run through what everything is named. So if you see something you love, you can run right to that product page and jet out of this video. We have 2 main families. You got the deep cut family over here and the fusion stuff over this side. So in order on the deep cut side, we've got deep cut floorboards, we've got the deep cut tech foot pegs, the deep cut shifter, and the billet brake arm. Moving over to the fusion side of the house, we have the fusion smoothie foot peg, the fusion beveled foot peg, as well as the fusion slot cut foot peg. So just so you know what it is that we're looking at before I start telling you how wonderful this stuff is, which I'm going to do at this very moment. So, as far as benefits and features are concerned, there is all sorts of goodness baked right into these, but the first thing everybody notices is how nice they look. While other control manufacturers like Battistini's are known for sort of this light, wiry look they have, Arlen Ness sort of does things the other way. He really brings this sort of meaty, beefy, like chunky look to your bike. You can see right here with this deep cut floorboard, for instance, I mean, there's dimension to it. This is actually made from 2 pieces of aluminum, which is super cool. They are made right here in USA, and they're packed kind of full of features. This is firstly super light. These are way lighter than your factory Steelies. And the other really cool feature I thought that jumped right out at me, they really integrate these rubber pebbles really well. They look like they're just part of the board and it's made of aluminum, but they're actually not. They're actually this real grippy rubber. So even when it's raining out, you're not going to be sliding around on your motorcycle. Now to take that rubberization theme just a little bit further, you can see over on the foot pegs, there's this nice striated rubber here, and then also on the Fusion beveled and the Fusion smoothie, they've got this real cool knurled like diamond checkered rubber. Again, so your boots aren't slipping around when you are on your bike and it's raining out. Especially important for those of you guys too who have forward controls. You don't have the luxury of having your weight bearing down on those pegs, sort of sandwiching you to them. So really you're kind of at the mercy of either the rubber on your boots or the rubber on your pegs. Arlen Ness takes care of you. Make sure you've got something nice and sticky to keep your feet where you want them. Moving it back into the deep cut side of things, you can see again that rubber through the deep cut foot peg is going to keep your feet located where you want them. One of the things I thought that was super nifty, in addition to how light and nicely crafted this really tough, big looking shifter is on the brake arm. When we popped this thing out of the package, I noticed that the bushings for this thing were pre-installed. Should make installation a snap. They're already in there, they're already reamed. You're not gonna have to do anything crazy to make this work on your bike. It's gonna be a bolt and go sort of thing. Which brings me to installation. We mentioned earlier that most of this stuff is gonna be pretty easy. 1 to 2 beards out of the 3-beard scale. Depending on your bike and what product you pick, that's going to change a little bit, but you should know that foot pegs, for the most part, are very easy to install. Most people should be able to do it with a wrench, and 15 minutes worth of time in the garage, you should be out riding very soon thereafter. Floorboards are about the same thing. You're looking at 4 bolts. They're really quick to go on, and they're going to make your bike look really great. It's going to transform things really, really quickly. Shifters and brake arms are probably the most difficult of the category. They're not very hard to bolt on, but you're going to spend some time fine-tuning exactly where you want the shifter and the brake arm clocked for both full shifts and for nice effective braking when you're actually coming down onto that thing. It's not difficult. It can just be a little time-consuming having to install, adjust, ride, adjust, ride, adjust. You'll figure it out. It's not very difficult at all. Putting them on shouldn't take anybody much time at all. Now, if you want to look at the whole collection, click below, check out some Arlen Ness pieces. Like I said before, when you're looking for something, if you see a family that jumps out at you, search that name because you'll be able to find the myriad of products made with that exact same design. It's going to lend your bike a really cohesive look. If If you have questions about installation or if something's going to fit your bike, get a hold of us. See us at RevZilla.com, or you can always get us on the phone, 877-792-9455. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.